Sri Lanka really is a land full of adventure, and that's something we experienced while we were there. And we want to share our top 3 unique destinations that we experienced while we were there, and in fact, they're our top 3 favorite. Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Carl.
And I'm Sash.
And this is our channel, What Adventures, where we share our experiences from travel and adventure with the world, with you guys. So if you're new here, welcome. And if you're returning, welcome back. In this video, we're going to be going through our top 3 unique destinations that we experienced while we were traveling in Sri Lanka. And they are 3 really unique. One of them is a treehouse.
Yeah.
And that treehouse was where?
It was in a place called Ginigathena in Sri Lanka.
So the first unique destination that we want to share with you is when we stayed in a tree house, which was definitely unique. And to our surprise, it was actually quite high up and not too far away from the main city, Colombo, right?
Yeah, it was around a 3-hour drive to Ginigathena, which is where the treehouse is located.
Yeah, which is like right in the middle of Sri Lanka, not too far from New Elia. Well, it's in the area of New Elia actually, and near Ella. So it's right in the middle and it's very mountainous around there. So the treehouse is quite high up.
The foundation of the treehouse was supported on a jackfruit tree, which is very interesting and scary at the same time because you're actually supported only by a tree and you're high up in the air.
Yeah, it's just like one small thin trunk. Usually what you'd expect in a treehouse is it to be situated right in the middle of all the branches that kind of protrude out, and this wasn't. This was just wrapped around a single tree. But it was easy access because there's a road that goes straight up to it, so you can be dropped off by a car and then you walk down the steps into where the tree houses are. And the hospitality was great as well, wasn't it?
The hospitality was really nice. There's regular hotel service, so you have all your meals provided, very nice breakfast, lunch and dinner.
Yeah, so you just walk up and down like this little gangway, which is supported only by a couple of beams, and they'd only recently changed it to metal because before it was wood, and I imagine that was just more sketchy than what it is now. But it's everything you can expect to be in a tree house, including being completely immersed into nature, right?
Yeah, especially with all the insects and the bugs. So make sure you bring some bug spray along with you because we got bitten a lot. No one had advised us to carry bug spray. And the next morning we woke up with tons of bites all over us. So please carry bug spray along with you if you're coming to a treehouse.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, and the views, right? The views were really awesome. Every morning that we woke up, it just opens up into this valley and this huge mountain range in front of us. So that's the first unique place, which was, we wanted to share that one first because that was quite an enjoyable experience and surprised us the most.
Apart from the bugs, apart from the bites.
Yeah. The second unique destination is about almost 5 hours
from Colombo.
From the main city. So Colombo is where you'll land when you fly into Sri Lanka. So this place is a cliff lodge. They call it a cliff lodge. And rightly so, because it's hanging over the edge of a cliff. In order to get there, you've got to hike about 2 kilometers into the jungle, which you can imagine is not going to be easy with luggage. So they do advise you, and we didn't listen to this, they do advise you to don't bring too much luggage, or if you do, have a different bag or smaller bag that you can put it in, and then you can hide your bigger bag in their car, which is at the meeting point. There are a few ways to get here, and the way we took was completely up the mountain, off-road, down some extreme pathways, and now we obviously turned up late to the drop-off point, and there's a 2-kilometer trek through the jungle to get to the cliff. And we didn't know this beforehand, and we've got all our luggage. So now what we're doing is Noan from Area 4, the Eco Cubes, he dropped us off here, very, very kind of him to do that. And he's communicated with some of the local farmers if we give them some money, they'll carry all of our luggage on the 2-kilometer hike. Right, so here we begin our 2-kilometer trek.
It's a 2-kilometer hike, so let's see how it goes.
Out comes the sweatband. So quick update, we're on the trail now. As beautiful as it is, with the running water, the wooden bridges, now we're getting a feel for how technical and tricky it actually is. The moment you feel tired, think about the guys taking our bags. Just another half to go. Sash, how you doing?
I'm knackered.
I thought you'd be speechless then. Yeah, pretty much. It's worth it though, eh?
Yeah.
We made it!
Well done. How's it going?
No challenge too hard.
Navid.
Nice to meet you.
Pleasure.
Hi, I'm
there.
Anke.
Carl.
Nice to meet you guys. Hi, Sasha. I'm Anke. Come in, please.
So it's quite tricky to get even to the meeting point. You've got to go off-road, but they do send out a truck that they partnered with to pick you up, right?
Yeah.
And then when you get there, you've got to do that 2-kilometer trek. This one is one of my favorites in its unique way because the hospitality there is very homely and friendly, and it's a very homely sort of vibe. And I guess that shows from the passion of the owners that are there. But it's so secluded because they live up there as well, and they very rarely come out of there because it's so tricky to keep coming back to civilization, it has its own uniqueness in its own way, right?
Yeah. So something that you need to be aware about is that there is no Wi-Fi over there. So if you want to be totally disconnected from civilization and just be immersed into nature, this is a perfect place for you. If you need Wi-Fi, you would have to trek probably 1 hour 40 minutes down to the main city where you can receive the Wi-Fi signal.
Yeah, that's a good point actually. That trek does take about 2 hours, doesn't it? And in our case, because we had all that luggage and we didn't really listen to them, they were lost in communication or something, we needed to take all our luggage with us. We hired some local tea plantation workers, and they were happy to take our money, and they carried my really heavy suitcase on his head the entire way and didn't complain once. So I said to Sash, as hot as it was, as tricky as that trek is, we can't complain. And if we think we want to complain, just take a look in front of us at the dude that's carrying a heavy luggage on his head. That was impressive.
And they actually walked faster than us, so they were like miles in front of us while we were still behind with just our backpacks on our back.
Yeah, but when we finally got to the cliff lodge, it was totally worth it. The guys there, their hospitality is really, really good, and you're so secluded and so immersed into nature, like Sash said a minute ago. And having said that, there's actually a family of elephants, wild elephants, that sort of roam in that area. And if you're lucky, you get to see them come up close, or you just see them in the distance in the valley, which is what we did. So we didn't get any footage of those. But what we did get is what they've labeled the Insta Rock.
Yeah.
And it's so cool. I mean, if you're on our Instagram account, or if not, go over there and check out, because we posted a few pictures and stories of that Insta Rock, and it's so high up and it overlooks the cliff and the entire valley. you're in nature, like you are living with nature at this place. So you've got wasps that come freely in and out of the place, and if you don't freak out, they're not going to touch you. This is something that the owners of the place tell you as well. So you've got nature just coming in and out of the entire place. It's all open. And not to mention, the primary feature of this place is the glamping.
So glamping is known as Glamorous Camping, where you stay in a tent and you have all 3 meals provided for you, and you also have access to a really cool toilet which overlooks the nature.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah. So as soon as you go into this toilet, it's an outhouse, and as soon as you go into the toilet, the front of it's completely open.
The view is amazing from the toilet, probably one of the best views you'd ever find.
And with the glamping, is you're staying in a tent. I think they've upgraded it since, so they've got like these little cubes now. It's a little bit safer, and sort of separates you from the elements if it is raining or if it gets cold. This place for me, I would go back there 100%.
Yes.
And they've invited us back, so we might actually go back again very soon. The third and final unique destination that we want to share with you is a place called Area 4 Eco Cubes.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, the Eco Cubes.
In Ella.
In Ella, yeah. So Ella is approximately
around 5 hours from Colombo.
Yeah, 4.5, 5 hours from Colombo. So all these places that we've shared with you so far are all roughly in the same area, within 1 hour of each other. And this place is modern and conceptual because they've made their accommodations out of shipping containers. There was a touch of luxury to these cubes, especially compared to the other places that we stayed at, because they were completely self-contained, blocked off from the elements, and lovely bed, ensuite bathroom, shower, warm and hot water, which was very important for you.
So this is the common area, which is also the dining area. Right there is the kitchen where the delicious food is prepared. It's a mixture of Sri Lankan local food and Western food.
This place offered some unique tours which we were itching to get out on, and the Ella area is, well, it's great for trekking.
There's our guide behind, one of our local friends, hey Zana. Why are you wearing this jacket to cover your arms and face?
To protect me from the insects and deadly forest monsters.
Extremely thick, dense jungle. Tiny little trail. Oh god, it's not gonna defeat me. And this is the trail that's on the way to the secret waterfall.
On the way there, he's got this little tour guide that he hires out. He owns his own little tuk-tuk, and he took us around and took us out into the jungle. And he was like a monkey man.
Yeah.
He was climbing the trees. He was so flexible and strong, and he had his little house out there in the jungle and introduced us to some people who live like far out in the jungle as well. And his own coconut tree in his garden. And when we stopped by there, he gave us a coconut each from his own personal coconut tree, which was really cool.
He just climbed the coconut tree and he just got these for us.
So we hope you guys enjoyed this video and our top 3 unique destinations in Sri Lanka. Let us know which one of these was your favorite or which one you'd be interested to go and check out. Let us know in the comments below. And as always, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. It really helps us. It lets us know, you know, that we're making an impact, that we're inspiring. So let us know and engage with us. And if you are new here, consider subscribing, and we'll see you guys in the next video.
See ya.